Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm back, and this time I'm scratch building a little robot based on this Starfield guy. I'm not going for a exact recreation, just inspiration. I'm going to try to make him close, and I'll use his paint job and stuff, but I can only do what I can do with the bits I have, so I'm going to start with this bottle. This will be the body. I had to cut it down to size, and I've always had trouble cutting stuff like this, especially straight, so thought I'd try to mark it off and cut it with the Dremel, and it went pretty well. I think that'll work just fine. So much of the fun with scratch building is going through all the bits and trying to figure out what will work, trying to recreate the circles on the front and the top of this guy. So I just pulled all the bits I had of the right size and shape, that shape being a circle. And it's always fun watching these videos back. You just see my brain working here. It's like, ooh, oh, what could I do with this? And then I started thinking of this light that I got from Spidermaf, and I was like, yeah, this is the guy. He's definitely going on the front. And yeah, it's the power button from an Xbox 360, and that was my go-to gaming for so long, and that console never let me down. I'm glad I'll be able to keep a piece of it forever. The rest of it's already been chopped up and used in other builds. So yeah, there's the light that Spidermaf got me. And oh, this is going to work perfect. Let's see. Oh, daddy, here we go. I decided on the speaker bit for the top and marked it out and just took it outside and kind of pre-cut with the Dremel. And then I just had to get all that stuff out of there using the nippers. Of course, that's the old nippers, not the new nippers. It's a little trick I learned from my dude Terrains by Aaron. You kind of make the holes and then put stuff on the inside, and it creates depth and 3D and all that kind of good stuff. So after figuring that out, I wanted to get the wheels sorted, so I pulled apart this just cheap little toy. And why are the cheap toys always the jerks? It's like, come on, dude, you should just pop apart. Ugh. Really? Needed to set that fiasco aside for a bit, so I cleaned up these holes with sandpaper and files and stuff, got them nice and smooth. And now I'm just gluing the bits to the inside. Since it's on the inside, I could go crazy with the glue and crazy with the baking powder as well. I don't like all that roughness on the outside of my builds. I don't like the look of them at all, but on the inside it's okay. And of course I love to overbuild. I want these things to last forever, so I use these little offcuts of sprues to add some support to the inside, and then just finish sticking this guy on. And oh, yep, looking pretty good. So yep, more supports, and now I have to move on to that light. I modded this pen cap and then lined the inside with aluminum aluminium foil, and then glued in the light. The glue is just touching the wire wraps, not the bulb, not the wires. And the bulb is kind of inset, so it'll sit flush up against the power button without actually touching it. Ah, perfect. So yeah, back to the wheels. Ended up stuffing the insides with milliput. It added quite a bit of weight, which I needed, and then gave me a nice smooth surface to glue them to the build with. Just let them dry and then sanded them flush. I'm using these, I guess they're samples for name badges I got. Gluing two of them together to make them thick, so they had some heft to them and some support. Now I'm just cutting out these little headlamps. Lined the inside with some styrene so they were set in quite a bit, and I ended up filling those with UV resin, which I don't show, but it came out very nice. You'll see it in the glamour shots. So yeah, not proud of this part at all. 10-year-old Craft Redix is weeping right now, destroying Lego, even fake Lego. I just needed a square, man. It had to be an exact size, and I had no bits. Just, the more I worked on it, the worse I felt. I just slipped into a deep depression, and I just was going to throw the whole thing in the trash. And now I feel better and back to the build. So yeah, it had to be that exact size so it would fit up into the body correctly. I glued the little supports to it and then stuffed it all in there, and it fit perfectly. Well, I mean, it fit perfectly after I sanded it quite a bit to get it to fit perfectly. Thank you very much. And time to attach the wheels in the scratch builder way. Scuff, scuff, glue, glue, clamp, clamp, and moving on. So I knew it was going to be super hard to paint all up in there when it was all assembled, so I took it outside and hit it with some black primer pretty heavily. And then, yeah, actual assembly here. After gluing that bit in and getting it to the right height, I stuffed it with some, what are these, bamboo skewers, which are the greatest crafting tool ever, and then a thin bead of glue all the way around the edge and attachment. Had to be real careful not to get any glue on the wires, kind of sticking out the back corner there. And yeah, just clean it up a little bit so I don't have any glue marks on the outside. And I realized after looking at it real closely that it was really scratched up. So I took it outside and hit it with primer real quick just so I could see where the scratches were. And a little trick I learned from the restoration guys I watch, kind of primer, then sand. I'm using the 500 and 1000. And after quite a bit of sanding, I got most of the scratches out. Some of them are still on there. The real deep ones are, but it didn't turn out to be a problem because I covered it in so much damn paint. So now taking it out for real primer. It's going to be a coat of black, then a coat of silver, and then that management decided it's time for mandatory breaks. So we'll just wait. There's Owen, curious boy. He'll smell anything you put in front of him. Just like his mom. Anyway, time to paint. So I covered the silver and with the green, and then I'm just kind of marking out where the orange is going to go. That wasn't working very well, so I did that in white. And then now I'm just trying to kind of get that stripy side feel that the original had. I'm not going for an exact recreation, like I said, but I wanted it there. And I only had this kind of thicker tape to use, and I've never done anything like this before, kind of masking and taping, or I guess masking and taping are the same thing, but masking and then painting and then pulling the tape off and all that. First time, and man, I couldn't be more pleased how it came out. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty damn nice. Just did the cool off-camera thumbs up, and hey, if you have a chance, can you go ahead and do the thumbs up yourself? You made it this far, you must be liking something. So yeah, just finishing up painting here. You know, kind of did the bottom in a silver and black, orange on the top, and man, this is why I don't like painting. It's all the touching up. I'm constantly touching up. Oh well, it's worth it in the end. So a little green mixed with yellow for the headlights, and now I'm going to try to recreate these stickers that are on the original. I mean, not recreate, but give the feel of them, and plus I'm absolutely enamored with this masking and painting thing, so I thought I'd give it a shot here. Of course, the scale is so small, there's no way I could ever get all those little words in there. Believe me, I thought about it, but freehanding stuff is not my forte. Believe me. But what is my forte? I'm not sure. Maybe it's doing glam shots? No, I don't have enough light for that. Anyway, I thought they came out pretty nice. You know, they have the feel, and they're on the side and the back, so they don't have to be perfect. You know, you'll barely see them unless you're picking it up and moving it around, and when am I going to be doing that now that I'm done? And speaking of being done, I am done, at least with final painting. I like it a lot, and I hope you like it too. And if you have a chance, if you haven't already, please subscribe to CraftRedix. I'm on Twitch, Instagram, and here on YouTube. I could really use your support in all those places. Are they really places? They're in virtual space. Anyway, just doing some freehanding chipping, and yeah, freehanding is not my forte. I've never tried to do something like this before, and mixed results. I mean, it definitely looks weathered now, but I might do better next time. But I don't know, what do you think? Here's the glamour shots. I mean, I think he came out pretty good. You know, this is the Starfield build that I've been thinking of since they first released the trailer for Starfield. How long ago was that? Like a year ago? Yeah, look at him with the lower light and his little lights flashing. So happy with that. I have Spidermaf to thank for that light. So yeah, here we are. We're done. You can hit my little CraftRedix logo there to subscribe. Here's some of my other videos. And man, I just can't even tell you how much I appreciate you watching. Your support means everything to me. I do it for you. And Toby says, please like the video.